Okay, gang, so how do we know what we're doing here at the office works? How do we know if our adjustments are actually doing the thing that we want them to do? Well, here at our office, we use something called Digital Infrared Thermography. Super fancy name. Basically, it's really fancy thermometers, one on each side here. And what we're doing is we're measuring blood flow, blood vessels, and the heat that comes off of them. So we know that's a direct response, direct window, if you will, to how your brainstem is trying to operate your body. So in a healthy and happy state, all the blood vessels are pretty much the same size, kind of like your pupils, like they ought to be the same size ideally. And what we find though is that folks that are really under a lot of stress, if they're in that kind of fight or flight kind of process that we talk about, the blood vessels will actually change size. Just like if your pupils change size, that's like a sign that something's wrong inside your nervous system. And so we can measure that, super easy to do. We use a thermal camera basically, not as cool as Predator, but it's pretty cool. And we take a measurement. We see if the patient is in need of an adjustment, if they're in that fight or flight response. If so, we adjust. And then after the adjustment, we measure again, and we should get dilated, off-centered blood vessels back to zero. And so on our screen, it's pretty boring. It's basically a bunch of graphs and stuff. Anyway, that's kind of how we can measure what we're doing. And so it's really important to know if what we're doing is working so that we can make sure that our patients are truly getting out of that fight or flight response and into that nice rest digest response so their body has a chance to heal and repair. And the cool thing is, the best part I think about what we do is that we can measure a patient on any given visit, and if their pupils are dilated or their blood vessels are dilated, guess what? We don't adjust them because that means it's still working from last time, and then we can push their visits further and further, and it's a sign that we're making real progress. So it's really awesome to be able to measure these kinds of things. If you'd like to learn more about what we do here and how maybe we can measure you and see if you're in that fight or flight state or not, just click the link below. We'll set up a time to call, and we'll go over your case and see what we can do to help. I'm Dr. Shane Smith. I own the Specific Chiropractic Centers right here in Chico, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.